Well guys, Belle here, going to give you a walkthrough of the Mage and the legendary gear that you will be able to acquire in Legion. If you need more information on legendary gear and how you get it, what its uses are, feel free to click the top right hand corner of this video and click and watch the legendary breakdown, as that will answer all your questions. I'm not going to be addressing any of those in this video. This is strictly a preview for your mages to see what you're looking at. Luckily, this very giant gentleman here in beta gives you access to these legendaries so that I could give you guys a nice preview here. Now keep in mind, some of these are going to be for certain specializations for the mage, and some do share, like some other clothies can share some of the same gear as well. But here's going to be the breakdown, and here's what you're looking at for the mage. Now these set of feet here, I want you guys to see the difference in the main stats here. This is like almost doubled for the intellect and stamina. It's pretty awesome, and you do get some increased armor. So the main stats here, the important ones to note, are going to be haste and mastery. Your instant cast spells have a chance to trigger foresight, making your next non-instant cast spell castable while moving. This also can be used for the priest and the warlock. You have a neck here. This is critical strike and mastery. After not taking damage for 5 seconds, you gain an absorb shield for 15% of your maximum health for 30 seconds. This effect may occur once every 30 seconds. You have another ring here. This is critical strike and haste. Your time warp does not cause temporal displacement on yourself and is not affected by temporal displacement or similar effects on yourself. Your next one here, this is going to be critical strike or haste. Arcane missiles have a 10% chance to make your next arcane blast cast within 5 seconds. Cost no mana. Then you have a nice helm here. Critical strike and haste are going to be the stats to note. Increases dragon's breath damage by 100% and range by 25 yards. You also have a really nice ring here. This is haste and mastery. Successfully applying a loss of control effect to an enemy grants you 70% increased movement speed and 15% haste for 10 seconds. This effect may occur once every 30 seconds. For this chest piece here, this is critical strike and haste. After casting blink, you gain an absorb shield equal to 20% of your maximum health for 15 seconds. You also have a nice pair of legs here. Giggity. Laugh, it's funny, guys. Haste and mastery. Arcane barrage grants you 4% of your maximum mana per arcane charge spent. I realize that there's sometimes when I'm not mature, but to be fair, it's 3 o'clock in the morning because it's the only time I can record these videos without child aggro screaming in the background, so you guys get the odd side of me. Next up, you do have a waist. This is critical strike and mastery. After dropping below 25% mana, your mana regeneration is increased by 10% for 15 seconds. Here you also have a waist. This is haste and mastery. Scorch deals 250% increased damage against enemies below 25% health. The next set here is going to be another waist. This is critical strike and haste. After consuming hot streak, there's a 20% chance that your next non-instant pyroblast cast within 15 seconds deals 200% additional damage. Here's another wrist, haste and mastery. Your ice lance increases the damage of your ice lance by 3% for 8 seconds. This can stack up to 6 times. You have another belt here, critical strike, haste. Flurry increases the damage of your next blizzard by 35%, stacking up to 5 times. And last but certainly not least, you do have a nice pair of hands here. Critical strike and mastery are the stats to note. While Icy Veins is active, you gain 1 charge of Fingers of Frost every 10 seconds. So there you have your mage breakdown of your legendary gear that is acquirable come Legion. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video. If you're new to PWNCAST, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the Legion coverage. We've done quite a bit already, so make sure you kick around the channel and see if there's something on the channel for you. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.